My name is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor. Welcome to my YouTube station right here in the in my home. I love working from my home. I don't have any requirements of saying what I did last week. Anyway, I worked at IRS for 10 years. I worked the offer and compromise program. I'm one of the nation's leading experts in offers and compromise. Peter Salinger and myself, we've worked loads of them. Peter's probably reviewed 3,500 of them. So matter of fact, we're writing a book. If Amazon would get their ass moving, I'd get this book out. But anyway, in the meantime, how to settle your debt for less. It's the key. Everyone wants to settle their tax debt. Not a lot of people are eligible. Last year, only 13,000 people got accepted into the IRS program. That's because no one generally knows what they're doing. A lot of people talk about, they go to class, they take these. There's a couple people out there, they say if you take a 3-day class, you'll get offers accepted. Well, there's so much due diligence IRS does, and unless you work there, you really don't have any idea what you're doing. So if you want to settle your debt for the lowest amount, the lowest you can, you must understand the offer and compromise formula. You got to know what IRS does when you get the offer. I used to get the offer, so I'm telling you, there are two main criteria you need to drill on. If you're not going to hire someone who's really good, then you better know this formula. IRS wants to know what your assets are. They're not going to settle for less than what your assets are. There's some tricks in there. I don't go over those. I'm not going to. They're my intellectual property, but you can get those values down. I know how. But anyway, let's just forget that. But that IRS discounts your homestead 20%. If you got $100,000 in whatever sitting here, IRS ain't settling for any less. Don't even bother to send your offer, and it's not going to. IRS is going to. You're going to pay someone. IRS is going to take 20% down, and you've extended the statute. No good. The other thing they want to know, and this is key. Big thing on offers. IRS doesn't allow all your expenses. IRS says on the form, put all your expenses down. You don't know that IRS is going to take this pen and say, no here, no there, and now all of a sudden you're left with a bunch of money left over that IRS says, pay us. That's what happens on offers and compromise. You must know the income and expense analysis formulas. If you don't even bother to send your. If you want to know what those are, go to the IRS National Standards. Go to the IRS National Standards, and they will let you know what they're going to allow on your financial statement. They allow their standards for housing and utilities, food and clothing, car payments, car expenses, and medical, some medical. So once you know those two formulas, you can settle for the lowest amount possible. It's not a percentage, it's not a guess. IRS uses a very exacting formula. That's why when you let people do your offer, who knows what they're doing, they can get down to that. So there's so many little maneuvers you can make within that to drive that down, and those, like I said, always will stay up here. I put a long time in learning them. Anyway, if you need me, call me. Or I only available for representation. You can send me a text or an email. I don't take every offer, by the way. I have to qualify you first. If you're not eligible, I don't take the case because I don't rip people off. Anyway, give me a subscription. Thank you so much for listening. Appreciate you.